As the Knesset debates a bill to annex to Israel Maale Adumim, the largest Jewish city in Judea and Samaria, the mayor has revealed plans to double the size of the city. He was also given a boost by Governor Mike Huckabee, a former Republican candidate for U.S. president and a close advisor to President-elect Donald Trump. IBA's Ari O'Sullivan was in Maale Adumim and filed this report.
It'll be called Mevaseret Adumim. A neighborhood of some 3,000 planned apartments is supposed to cover the slopes of this hill, northeast of Maale Adumim, one of the largest Jewish cities in Judea and Samaria. It's been on the drawing board since the mid-1990s, but each time it moves forward, politics have stepped in and frozen it. The latest move by Habayit HaYehudi to annex Maale Adumim is welcomed by the city.
My vision is that the city of Maale Adumim will be a legal part of Israel with 80,000 residents, with hotels, central parks, commercial centers, and a large industrial park.
Benny Kashriel has been the mayor of Maale Adumim for the past 25 years. He's optimistic that this time the approval will finally manifest itself on the ground. Are you an obstacle to peace?
To build Maale Adumim it's not against peace process. The peace process can be advanced. They can talk about peace process. They can negotiate about for peace process while we can build.
Critics of the plan say it blocks the territorial contiguity between Palestinian areas in any future state. But Kashriel says that this is disinformation, since the controversial E1 area is not connected to Jerusalem and therefore doesn't bifurcate Palestinian territory.
4,500 Palestinians are working in Maale Adumim. They are making their living in Maale Adumim. And they want to work in Maale Adumim. And we have a lot of projects that we can fulfill with our neighbors like Azariah and Abu Dis. Abu Mazen has to understand that he cannot force his people all the time to be against us.
The plan calls for doubling the population of the city of 40,000 and building 10,000 more housing units. There will also be a tourism center with hotels and an amusement park. Meanwhile, former Republican U.S. presidential candidate Governor Mike Huckabee planted a tree in Maale Adumim.
Israel has title deed to Judea and Samaria. There are certain words I refuse to use. There is no such thing as a West Bank. It's Judea and Samaria. There's no such thing as a settlement. They're communities, they're neighborhoods, they're cities.
Huckabee is close to President-elect Donald Trump and came directly from a meeting with the Prime Minister. He predicts that the future of U.S.-Israel relations looks bright.
I think they're going to get along terrifically well because they're both plain-spoken people. They're both natural leaders. I think they both are people committed to the notion of freedom, individual responsibility, and self-determination.
He also had words about U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry's comments about settlements.
What John Kerry said was bull butter, absolute bull butter. It was insulting to me as an American, and I think certainly insulting to Israelis as well.
Mayor Kashriel said that a park would be dedicated in this valley called Huckabee Park. Maale Adumim Mayor Kashriel envisions 10,000 housing units built here on the controversial E1. Now, these plans have been on the books for many, many years. Perhaps this time, the annexation will go through. In E1, Maale Adumim, this is Ari O'Sullivan for IBA News.